ExoMars. It's well on the way to do some very interesting things, including the second attempt by Europe to put a lander on the surface.
The first attempt was successful. We only had never a communication with the lander afterwards, but it landed.
That was Beagle 2, of course.
Yes, that was Beagle 2. Now we are going again to Mars with ExoMars, looking for life or something like life on Mars. So the first mission, which is now on its way, will have also a landing demonstrator, a test case for the lander, but it has especially also some instruments on board to measure the trace gases, to look into the atmosphere of Mars in detail, whether there is something like what we know coming from life. So this is step number one. Step number two will be the second ExoMars mission, where we will have a rover on board which will land and which has the possibility to drill holes into the surface of Mars 2 meters deep, to look whether we find something like life over there, because the situation of Mars was in the past quite similar to that on Earth, so there is some chance that we'll find something.
So we build on the legacy of what we have done on previous mission, like Mars Express, where we had a suite of instruments, high resolution cameras, spectrometer, where we have been able to, for instance, to reconstruct the water history of Mars. We have been also able to detect, for the first time, subsurface ice. We have been also to look at the condition for the disappearance of the atmosphere. So we have, in the scientific community and the instrument building community, we have made a number of discoveries that prepare us to the next step, which is to look how Mars was habitable and to look of some of the biomarkers, either in the gas or also under the surface.